Hello, my name is Taylor Kyle, and this is Elite Magic Academy, the ultimate resource to help you become the best magician you can be. So, what are we covering today? Well, today we are covering one of the most important moves in card control. It is a foundation in card magic, and that is the pinky break. Now, we're not just going to cover the pinky break, we're actually going to cover several different other breaks that you can use, and basically look at how these are implemented in a magic trick. So to do that, we're going to get a little bit closer to see the cards close up and see exactly how this move is produced. All right, so what's the first step in understanding a break? Well, the very first step is to first, of course, smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Second step, of course, is to realize that a card break is simply that. It has to deal with a break in the cards. So an example is if I do this and I prop it up with my pinky, this is a pinky break because it holds a break in between that card and the rest. Now you can actually hold a pinky break anywhere in the deck. You can actually do it halfway down, see, just like this, there's a pinky break, or you can hold it at the very bottom card as well, just like that. So we're going to talk about the different uses of this, along with other breaks that you can do. A great example of another break you can do is what I like to call the palm break. There's various names for this, but basically what this means is that you hold the break here against the palm. Super useful because if you execute it just right, like that, where the break is minimum, then from the front and side, it's completely invisible. You can't see a break here, you can't see a break here. It's really hidden. If you hold it against your body, even more impossible because no one can get from behind and see that break. As compared to the standard pinky break, which with the standard pinky break, as you can see, if somebody was standing over on this side, or just even over here, they might see a break out of the corner of their eye, which could be a bit of a problem. Let's talk about how to get into a pinky break, because that's important to understand. Now there's different ways. If you want to get a break under several cards, you can push those cards off like this, and then move your pinky underneath, and then you can hold it there, just like that. Now, on top of that, you can also just use your thumb. Some people choose to do it this way. It really depends on when and why you're doing the pinky break, but you can come up the back and just stop wherever you want, and then put your pinky in from the other side, right? Just slip it in there. And there you go. That is the main way to get in the pinky break. Now the question is, if you want to do the palm break, how do you get into that? And it's very similar. Let's say you just want to get a break under the top card. Well, you would pull out the card like this, you get your pinky under it, but then you'd use your ring finger to pry that card up, and then you would take the thumb and press it against it like this. See how it's clamping down? Now what that does is stick the skin in there. Now you can use your pinky to pull down, and you can kind of ease your thumb back like this, and it will lower that break until it's barely there. You can take the thumb and clamp down on the front. Now you have it in that palm break, just like that. Also, if you release with these pinkies here, it will automatically lift the other side of the card, allowing you to grab it and flip it over if you want. So keep that in mind. It actually not only is a good way to hold a break, but if you want to get like two cards, and examples if you're doing the double lift, I'll leave a link to that down below if you want to learn the double lift. But if you want to get into the position for the double lift, if you just lift up those pinkies, will automatically lift those two cards for you, and you can come over and do a double lift. So, super useful. Now, the next thing that's important besides that is the thumb break. Standard thumb break is usually done from this position where you hold the pack in the right hand, and you use the thumb to hold a bottom card out. Now, personally, I like to do it this method. I'm going to show you what it looks like first, so you can see the advantage, just like this. Now look, you can't even tell there's a break here, because the break is on this side. So we're going to talk about how to get to that position, and it's very simple. So what happens is you'll hold the deck between all of the fingers and the thumb like this at first, and you'll come over with your right hand and grab the entire deck. Now what's going to happen is you're going to adjust your thumb up and the palm against it like this. So you're holding it in mechanic's grip, that's what this is called. You're holding it like this. Hold it in mechanic's grip, and once it's here and you're holding it with the right hand as well, I generally like to hold it between the ring and middle finger, like this, and the thumb. Then I come underneath with the pinky, just like this, and lift out that card. As soon as it's there, I push that thumb against it, like that, but I make sure that I leave a very small break, one about, what I'd say, just a little bit less than 1/4 of an inch, and then I press really hard with my thumb. Now, if you press against it while it's kind of curved out while it's bowed. See how I bow it? I pull in with the pinky, but I shove the card against the palm of my hand, and that puts tension there. And if I squeeze my thumb against it hard, it keeps this side wedged up against the deck while leaving a break on this side. This allows me to hide the break, yet make it look inconspicuous by having a deck that looks like nothing funny is going on. Anyways, the next step with any type of break, no matter what it is, whether it's with a bunch of cards, you can do the same thing with a bunch of cards actually. So let's take a look here. We can just get this here. We do this, like this, there's a break there. So you can do it in multiple places in the deck. Either way, once you get this down, you can start to learn how to control a deck of cards. An example is if I give a cut and I place it down, I now have a pinky break, right? I can do the same thing. I can place it down, and I can place it down directly into a palm break, all right? Like that. Now it's in a palm break. Now, if I want to cut the deck again, I can just show my hand and say, look, I have a deck here. I'm going to cut it one more time, but I've actually cut it in the same place that I put it last time, right? So if I swing it over, keep that break, and then I cut it again, it just replaces the cards back exactly where they were. So now you have absolute control over that card. Now, as we go on, we learn more controls such as false shuffles and other things like that. Keep in mind that this will be more and more useful. Anyways, hopefully this lesson has taught you everything you need to know about the pinky break. If you liked it, then remember, please smash that like button, and of course subscribe if you haven't already. Now, to top it all off, if you want to go the extra mile, you can actually help me out as well by going to my Patreon. Now, don't worry, there's other ways to help out as well, such as supporting the website, which will be linked down below. That's the Elite Magic Academy website, and on there you can find all sorts of information, not only on the magic tricks such as articles talking about how to do all the tricks taught here, but also able to see videos that I will be doing in the future. It gives you a complete outline of the direction of this channel and everything that goes on here at Elite Magic Academy. Thanks for your time. I'll see you again soon, and have a good week.